Hey everyone, how's it going? This video is going to be covering getting PS2 games running on your Steam Deck via RetroArch. I'm going to start from scratch on my OLED Steam Deck to show the process to help anyone out looking to do this. First, we are going to need a few things before we can really begin. We are going to get started by obtaining the following apps from the Discover store. We're going to start with RetroArch. Go ahead and grab it, install from FlatHub, followed by PCSX2. Along with the program Flat Seal, although this is optional, but we'll cover that in a sec when we get to it. Alright, now with all three of these installed via Discover, we're going to set them up, and we're going to start off with RetroArch here. This is normal here, just go ahead and close that. PCSX2 is next. Go ahead and get it set up. Yes. Next. Yes. We'll worry about this stuff later on. Alright, for this next part, we're going to go into Dolphin itself, and we're going to access the following files. Deck. You should see a folder called var. If you don't, click the little hamburger menu here, and then you'll see show hidden files. Go ahead and click that. You'll find var, app, and the following net PCSX2, and the following org libretro.retroarch. We're going to go into net.psx2 first, and then get it configured from here. I'm gonna drag this over here. Now I've pre-made a kit on here, and I've put my own BIOS folder into here. We're just gonna copy that. Now we've got that taken care of. We're gonna go ahead and boot this back up. Make sure it clicks in there too. Settings, BIOS, and there it is right there. Now we're all good there. Just for the sake of it, we're gonna go ahead and do this too. We're gonna add a game directory real quick just to show it off. PS2 kit, games, hit yes, and it will show all of my current games right now. With that being said, we're going to click off of this, and we're going to focus now on RetroArch. One thing I'd like to add too is if you wanted to add it to Steam, you could do so by just right-clicking on that icon on the shortcut, and then just clicking Add to Steam. It will show up as a non-Steam thing, but you can still do the same thing. Alright, now that we're on RetroArch, there's a few things we need to do. I'm going to show you one of the things we're going to be needing to do, which is install a core, and I'll show you why here right now. We're going to go into main menu, load content, home deck, PS2 kit, games, and as a result there's nothing there. We're going to fix this by downloading a core. We're going to go into online updater, core downloader, and we're going to look for the following core. Sony PlayStation 2 LRPS2. We're going to go ahead and download that. Go back. Now we're going to go right back to it. Load content. Here we go. I should mention that this is my basic setup. Your setup is going to be whatever it is. It's just what I have it set up for the video. We're going to go ahead and start a game like Need for Speed Underground. However, you're going to see why we're going to need some more stuff done here in a sec. Failed to load content, and that is because we do not have the BIOS currently, which is where we're going to go to next. So we're going to back out of RetroArch, and we're going to go back to the desktop mode. Alright, now that we're back in desktop, and after we tried to run a PS2 game again, this folder has been created here, PCSX2. We're going to go into there, and then we're going to go back into BIOS. The current path right now, All you need to do from here is just go ahead and grab your BIOS that you have stored wherever. Go ahead and click that, paste it in there, and you should be good. With that being displayed, we're going to go back into desktop mode, and then we're going to try and run a game again. Right now we're back into RetroArch on game mode. We're going to go ahead and load content. We're going to go ahead and boot Need for Speed Underground. And we're going to run it with PS2 with that new BIOS in there. We're going to go ahead and click run. As you can see, we just got a black screen. That's because I forgot one step, and that is setting up your video settings. For output, we're going to change the video driver to Vulkan. There's also GL Core, GL1, and SDL2. I'm going to go with Vulkan for this too. And then we're going to go into scaling and set our aspect ratio to 16:9. Whatever works for you though. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and load content again. Need for Speed Underground, PS2, and then we're going to go from there.
Challenge everything.
On this portion of the video, there's a couple of things I'm going to show you here real quick. For starters, with output and video drivers, some games might run better or worse depending on what you're using, like Vulkan, GL Core, GL, GL1, SDL2. Scaling, core provided, or you can use 4:3, 16:9, 16:10, whatever works for you. We'll go with classic 4:3 for this. And one other thing I'm going to show is importing content. Scan directory. This will just be temporary for my deck. It's again whatever you choose. Going to desktop, PS2 kit, and scan this directory. And now it'll show PlayStation 2 here, black. These are some of my games though. And then we'll go with Need for Speed Underground and run it. Pick this core, run it. And there we go. One little side note I'm going to mention here, some of these games do have achievement support through RetroAchievements.com. You just enable them and then you input your username and password and then you enable whatever it is you want. Alright, so the third and final step of this, and this might be optional now, but I'm going to go ahead and cover it anyway. The reason we downloaded FlatSeal is because there have been issues, I've had them especially, where I'm trying to access any of my ROMs or my games through an SD card, and for whatever reason it doesn't read it. But there is a fix for that, and here's what you have to do. we're scrolling all the way down to file systems, and then we're going to add another rule here, and then the following rule we're going to add is run/media, just like that, and then just go ahead and click anywhere to confirm that. Now we're going to go ahead and close this now. Gonna reopen it one more time just to ensure that our change is saved. File system, and there you go, run media /run/media. Alright, with all that being covered, that should be all you need to do to get RetroArch PS2 games running for you, especially if you're using the PCSX2 BIOS and core. I hope this was helpful, and I hope it was clear enough. But anyway, thanks for watching.